welcome back to the channel. It's Rosalie Reads here, and today we're going to be going over every single book that I've received for my birthday. My birthday was yesterday, so therefore I've got quite a pile accumulated right here. So we're just going to go over all the books I got. You guys have seen me read some of these for sure. And then the rest are like books I've wanted, already read, or am needing to complete a series I need to finish. I tried not to ask for anything new or get anything new, but some of these are new or I've never heard of or certain stuff like that. Okay, so I have, these are not in order by the way, rebought the Emily McIntyre series Never After, which is like Disney villains getting their happy ending, but loosely based. It's not completely just fairy tale story retellings. And I really liked this series when I read it. I loved Hooked and I loved Scarred when I first read the series. I read the first three, which is Hooked, Scarred, and Wretched. However, I just bought the last three. Where's the third one? Right here. I bought the last three that I needed, which is Hexed, Twisted, and Crossed. So I'm probably going to end up rereading this series and finishing it because I do want to finish that series. I do like that. And then I bought Scarred for myself, this is the collector's edition, which I really like how this is. I really, really love the sprayed edges, how it says, Ma petite menteuse. I don't know. It is French. I know that. But I like the sprayed edges so much. And the black thing. I don't have the regular physical. I don't know why I said resical, like trying to combine both of those words. I don't have the regular physical of Scarred because when I owned my copies, all of my copies of my books are in California, so I'm going to have to rebuy all of my books in California because I'm going to have to let them go. I'm not going to be able to pay for the storage up there anymore where all my books lie, so I have to rebuy everything I've owned, which is going to take me a bit, and it's going to kill me to do, but it's going to have to be done because I can't keep affording the storage up there, so unfortunately I'm going to have to buy every single book that I've had back. It sucks, but it is what needs to be done, okay? So, I did own the first three. Now I'm rebuying the whole series, which I have the whole series right here because I asked for them for my birthday so I can complete it. Next up, we have Sweet Solitude and Sweet Sacrifice, which is books 2 and 3 of the King's Trace Anti-Heroes book series. I have read Sweet Surrender, which is the first book in the series. Loved it. I'm probably going to have to do a reread of it because I do want to read these two soon. And at the time of me reading Sweet Surrender, I read it with a couple of other dark romance books in one video, which is reading 7 dark romance books in 7 days, so a lot of it kind of blended together. So I'm going to do a reread of that, and then I'm going to read these because I really want to finish that series because I actually really like the writing in terms of Savvar Miller. And speaking of Savvar Miller, I've got The Monsters and Muses book 2, Vipers and Virtuosos. I need Promises and Pomegranates to start off the series, so I am going to buy that because I want to read this. Yeah, other than that, super excited. Can't wait to look at the art in there as well. I can't wait to start this. I know nothing about it. That's giving Taylor Swift voted. Okay, I'm not a Taylor Swift fan, which I know everybody's going to bash me for that, but that's okay. It's just not like my genre of music that I listen to. It's not anything I was fascinated by. I used to listen to older stuff by her, but compared to the music I listen to now, it's just not my taste. Yeah. Anyways, I got Full Tilt by Emma Scott, which is a good guy, bad girl romance type thing. She's a magician. He's a limo driver, I think is what the back said. And it's just giving. This has been on my TBR for years and years and years and years, since when Steph Bower was doing like her booktube days. She doesn't really do that content anymore, so I don't really watch her content anymore or know anything of what she's doing nowadays. But I did like this recommendation when she gave it out back in like when she first started her YouTube channel, like 2019, I think, 2020, one of the two. So yeah, I am gonna read this. My best friend Jess is setting me all in, which is the second book in the duology. Haven't received it yet, but it is coming in, so that is an extra book that I received for my birthday. Super excited to start that series. The next series that I have is the Magician's Trilogy by Lev Grossman. I have all the books. My grandmother bought them for me for my birthday. I know nothing about them. I've never even heard of this series until she gave it to me. So this is going to be a pleasant surprise, but it seems like it's a fantasy series. And yeah, so if you guys know anything about this, let me know if you guys recommend it. I will read it soon, hopefully. And then next up, I have The Cinnamon Bun Bookstore by Lori Gilmore, which I read The Pumpkin Spice Cafe in a recent video of me trying to mood read for like a week. And so now this is the second book. I have gotten 2 copies of this for my birthday, so I'm going to have to take one back and pick something else for a book. But I am going to end up finishing the series because the first one, the Pumpkin Spice Cafe book, I really liked. Not loved, really liked, but it was a cute like palette cleanser. So when I need a palette cleanser, I know what I'm starting next. So Ruby Dixon's Bull Moon Rising. I love Ice Planet Barbarians. Okay, like the books are repetitive, but I read them every once in a while, so it's not that bad for me because it's like a cool palette cleanser for when I just need something to read. It's fun, you have fun. So I was like, why not? I love monster romances just as much as the next person, okay? I'm weird, okay, but I have fun. So whatever. So yeah, Bull Moon Rising. It is a Royal Artifactual Guild novel, so I'm assuming this is going to be in a series. I really love this cover though. I love the rainbow and the bull and the girl, and it's really cute, and I'm excited to read this because I haven't read anything else by Ruby Dixon other than up to 15 in Ice Planet Barbarian series, not including novellas. I have read the novellas though. Okay. Super excited to read that. Next up, I have read this one already, Give Me a Reason by A.L. Jackson, but I also got the second book to A.L. Jackson's. I don't remember what the series is called. I am probably going to reread this one so I can reread this one because I read this one like a year ago. Like 2 years ago, I think. No, it was like a year ago. It was like a year ago I read this one and I really liked it, so I'm going to read Say It's Forever soon after I reread this one because I do want to. I really liked it, so I do want to read that one. Okay, and then I've read this book already. However, I wanted the physical copy because I loved it so much when I first read it. So I am going to do a reread of this at some point because it has bonus material and I do like it. Now, I do not always like Penelope Douglas's writing, but this was like my first book by Penelope Douglas, so it does hold a special place in my heart because I read it at such a young age and I really, really like this book. And reading this much earlier than I should have been, honestly. So yeah. I now own Birthday Girl by Penelope Douglas. We love him. We love Pike Lawson. Yeah. Never heard of this one before, but it's Camera Shy by Kay Cove, which is kind of like photographer romance. The dude's a photographer. She becomes his model, and they do that. I don't know anything else about it. Never even heard of it before. At least I think I've never even heard of it before, but I don't know because my TBR is like 6,000 at this point of books I want to read. But I really like the cover. They had a different cover in there, but I like this one better because they had a special edition in there. But I was like, no, I want the physical. I want the paperback. yeah, I'm gonna read this one soon, start this series. I don't know when, but we will see. And then next up, I've always wanted this series, Sinner, Saint, and Priest by Sierra Simone. I know it is about priests, and there is a gay couple somewhere in here. Super excited! I've always wanted to read these, and I was always like putting it off on buying it, not buying it. So I don't know. We'll see. Super excited though, because I hear a lot of good things about that series. And then last, I have Jenny Hickman's A Cursed Kiss in the first book of the Myths of Aaron series. Nothing about it. My grandmother also got this one for me. Super excited to read it though. Okay? Super, super excited. Yeah, that's all the books that I've got. I didn't really give any descriptions of these, but that's because I didn't really know a lot of the descriptions of these. And I just want to be surprised. I do not like knowing what I'm reading going into a book other than like basic logistics. And that's it. So yeah, that is the end of this video. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for joining me for my birthday book haul. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. And hopefully I will see you in the next one because I had fun recording this. It was a quick video. I love sit down videos where I can just talk. Not really. Yeah, but they're quick and easy, so I have fun. Yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and start getting ready for work because I need to be ready for my ride. So ending is a little bit rushed, but thank you guys for joining. I will see you guys next time.